Alright, this is our jambalaya we're making today. We started out with 3 pounds of pork. We're browning it. We'll turn everything up to medium. And take Tony's. And I just season mine to the way I like it. You can season it the way you like it. And we're going to add some onions in it in a little while. But right now you're just going to brown that pork. I use a big old roasting pot. I use 2 burners, small burner, back burner, both on medium. And you just sit here and let it cook. I got Morgan in the background over here. He's cutting up sausage and onions while we do the pork. With a hot pan that I shouldn't be touching. And it doesn't look like I got a pot holder in the way. What kind of kitchen am I running here? Pot holder, nothing, video. Use it brown until it's brown. It don't take long. I usually start adding my sausage as it's being cut. So we do 3 pounds of pork, stew meat, and then we're gonna use a whole box, 3-pound box of sausage. I usually do double the sausage, but we found out in the long run that 3 and 3 just is a good ratio. 3 pounds of each is a good ratio. And as he cuts it, I'm going to be adding it. See, now we're going to just drop in some smoked sausage. While he's cutting it, we'll add it and stir it. Just going to put a little bit of oil in the bottom of it to keep the pork from sticking. And that's about it. It doesn't take long to cook this at all. The longest part's the noodles, because I don't do it like most people do it. Most people will add their broth after they make their gravy, and then add the noodles to it. And then it sucks up the noodles, the water, the liquid as the noodles swell up. I boil my noodles separate where I can control the noodle to mix ratio. It's usually right around 4 pounds of noodles. So as we're cooking it down, we just keep adding ingredients. We ain't even close to making the sauce yet. We're just still browning meat. Don't want to burn it. Don't let it stick to the bottom. Whatever you do, don't let it stick to the bottom. I really gotta find a towel here or something. Where the hell?
Want me to add this?
No, I will. I want you to find me a hand towel or a pot holder is what I want you to do. Add some more smoked sausage. When it's all said and done, it'll be 3 pounds and 3 pounds. Now you saw me season it with a little Tony's earlier. So I'm gonna season it with just a little bit more because I'm adding that sausage in there. Just don't want that Tony's flavor. Put that in the pot. Do this.
We don't have any clean. You can't toss it.
So we only got about a link and a half left to cut with the sausage, and then that'll be all the sausage in there. And then we'll add some onions. That's your preference about the onions. You don't have to add onions. I'll probably just add shallots, green onions, since I already got those ready. Cook with love, my friends. Cook with love. Caring is sharing. Believe that. Believe that. Trust me. Got little Speedy down here waiting for me to drop something, which ain't gonna happen. My shallots are grown in a friend of mine's garden, so they're all hand cut, and I'm just gonna dump a little bit of left that I had in the bag in there. Again, that's all optional. They're frozen, but they'll come down. We're gonna cook down to almost nothing anyway. Get them right there, get them in the heat. They'll break up as we stirring it. It's gonna get harder to stir the more you add to it. Pork's just about brown. That's why we added the onion, or the shallots as we call them. We always call them green onions up north. We call them shallots. And there's the rest of the sausage. A little bit more Tony's. Can never have too much Tony's, but you gotta watch it because this Tony's is salty. They make a brand that it doesn't have as much salt in it, and when you use it, then you still gotta add salt, but you can control the salt. Tony's is mostly salt to me. Gotta be careful with that. Come on, break up shallots. We'll let it all cook down a little bit. You're gonna need 2 family size cream of mushroom soups. You're gonna need Rotel tomatoes, one original, one mild. Original gives you the kick. And then you can put mushrooms in it, stemless. You can put fresh mushrooms or you can put canned mushrooms. And I don't believe I have either. This is my special ingredient. It's a great value Walmart steak sauce. You don't use the whole thing anyway. Just a little enough to give it the taste. And we just keep cooking it down. There we go. Now they're starting to break up. That salads just give it a little flavor and a little bit of color. Just let it cook down. You need a pot for water in it. You use, no, that's too big. We need a smaller pot. Where's that pot with the black handles on it? We use it for the noodles. Alright, let's keep this stirring. The longer you cook it, you want to cook this meat as long as you can without sticking to the bottom because you want your pork tender. If you rush it right now, you can. It's all brown. You can rush it right now and just start making your sauce, but if you do that, then you're going to have tough pork. Nobody wants to sit there and chew 20 minutes on one piece of pork. So you want to cook it longer than usual. I do it like I'm doing it here every time. We're going to set up our pot for our pasta because I did tell you once before I do not put mine in the same pot because I like to control the ratio of noodle to sauce. That way I don't end up with a dry pastelaya. I want a moist pastelaya. Huh? That's 3/4 of the way to be fine. We're just gonna let this cook down. Just a little bit longer.
Where you want it?
On the stove, naturally. Get a little bit of oil. Add a little bit of oil to that water. That way the noodles don't stick together. Shallots are starting to break up. A little bit of color. Which when I'm done with it, you ain't gonna need no color. I'm gonna add just a drop of oil in our water for our noodles. We'll go ahead and get that water boiling. Which one's the rear? It's this one. You gotta reach it. no crouton in this pot, so you don't let it stick to the bottom. We're not making a sauce pecan, so we don't need the crouton, which is the brown stuff that sticks to the bottom of the pot. Set that on the burner right. Come on, get these breaking up. As soon as this gets breaking up, I'll start add in some more ingredients. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. I froze them suckers good, didn't I? Straight out the garden. Can't get no fresher than that. I use a big pot because we eat this until it's gone. Starting to look good, starting to smell good. Turn the vent on a minute and the neighbors start coming over. When I'm cooking this pot, this particular video is for a friend of ours, her and her husband, Pat and Billy, Joe. That way when I post it, they'll know all who it's for. And the rest of you, of course, that view. Appreciate all your views and likes and watches and subscriptions, all that good stuff. My computer's down, so switch to the phone. That way I can edit it and put it on YouTube. That way it's not going to be a 3-hour video. All right, we're getting there. If I didn't tell you I'm cooking both burners on a medium heat, I got a nice sizzle going down in here. Get these onions all cooked down. I got pork cooked down. Ooh wee, let me tell you, my wife does not like tough pork. She likes it to be tender. And she will complain every time. That's how she tests it. When it comes time to test it, if it's right or not, she tested that pork. If that pork is tender, she'll tell me good job. If not, she's sure quick to tell me that pork was tough. Just keep stirring it. Make sure it don't stick to that bottom of that pot. Now I'm going to repeat myself over and over and over again. But we're using 3 pounds of pork, 3 pounds of our favorite smoked sausage, which down here happens to be Bayron's right now because I haven't got off my lazy butt since my injuries gotten worse and smoked any and made any of my own fresh sausage and smoked sausage. So we're using Bayron's instead of mine. Normally we use mine. this out of the way. We're gonna get to the can opener. Oh look, the granddaughter's leaving me notes everywhere. Love you. She's so cute. My antique can opener here. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add this generic steak sauce to it, what's left in this container from the last time I used it. Which, if you can see, that's not a whole lot. If you put too much steak sauce, you're gonna have a steak sauce taste. And you don't want that. You just want a little bit of the flavoring from it. And I do like to rinse the bottle a little bit. Add a little touch of water to the bottle. You shake it up. That way I make sure I get it all. Now that bottle's done. Just generic steak sauce, and then you're gonna stir it around. Now we're starting to ooh-wee. Smell that. Too bad I don't have smell a video. Woo! Cause you people be wanting to eat now. Starting to smell good. This is killing my back too. So we're already starting to get a gravy. And we ain't even put the stuff in there for the gravy. Now, I add my Rotel early. I don't drain it. But I add my Rotel early. Because I want the tomatoes to cook down even more. It's that Rotel mild. And Rotel original. That gives it the kick. And with my stomach problem, it's not too much of a kick. But you can add a hot sauce to this. There's other videos out there on how to make this. It's just the way I do it. And everybody seems to love it. Everybody in my family, when they have a gathering, get together, wedding, whatever it may be, they ask me to make this for jambalaya. It's usually this. Now if you look at it, we got a nice, beautiful color there. That's a nice, beautiful color. We got red, we got green. We got pork, we got smoked sausage. And we got steak sauce, tomatoes, some juice. Go ahead and open this. This is the cream of mushroom soup. Got a lot of people gonna talk about this one. Because everybody makes it different. You gotta add stuff, subtract stuff, whatever you want to do to this. I use thin spaghetti noodles. Because other than that, if you use those flat noodles, you might as well. I don't know. I just don't like the flat noodles. I like the thin spaghetti noodles. Now, you can go with this color if you want, but I like mine darker. Because once I add this cream of mushroom soup to it, like I'm fixing to do right now, it is not going to be dark no more. Make sure we get everything out of the cans. Depending on what your food costs for living, where you're at, this usually comes right around, if I think I'm correct, it's gonna come right around $70 to cook this big old pot. Now, what you gotta realize though too, is this is a big old roasting pot. As you can see, this is not a small pot at all. Now I hear it sizzling real good in there, so now I'm gonna put the sauce in there and mix it all up. And now we're gonna get a nice creamy color. Once we get it all mixed. Oh, this is killing my back. Please. Look, if you got neck and back problems like I do, it's better to get somebody else to come stir this thing for you. Because the more you add, ooh-wee, harder it gets. Now you see we got a white color. No matter how much that cooks down, we're not gonna lose that white color, you see? So I'm gonna help it along. And this is a lot of people are gonna say this is not what you're supposed to do. Now we have two. We have Savoie and we have Kitchen Bouquet. I particularly care for this one, but I'll use this one if I have to, and that's what we're gonna use today. Need to turn our heat down to 3, because it's starting to boil already. I'm gonna add just a little bit for now. This is what I call the color game. This is where the art happens. You gotta make it the perfect color, otherwise you get too dark or too light. Let it cook, let it cook. Ooh-wee. Still too late for me. Still too late for me. Oh, I'm on a little darker. Again, this is just preference, folks. Once I get it to the color, where they got the water starting to boil over here, it ain't boiling yet, but it's starting to, it's getting a little bit of bubbles. You get that pasta going, but this is cooking down. How long? I don't know. I'm in here. It's 27 minutes so far from start to finish. Well, we ain't finished, but I don't know. My eyes might be playing tricks on me here with the light. But I think we'll go just a tad darker and then call it quits. Tad my ass. That was a slip there. But it'll be alright. It won't be too dark. Like I said, it's a big old pot, so yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That muddy look. Oh, my arm's tired. Ooh-wee. Where's your kids when you need them? Playing video games. Wife's working. Ooh, and don't splash yourself because it's hot. There we go. Now we got that muddy look. That's what I like. I like that muddy look. Some people don't. I do. Ooh, look at that look. That look like pure mud. With green and red in it. We got the heat turned down on this while we wait for the water to boil for the noodles. And while we're waiting on that, since we got the heat turned down, we want to make sure it don't boil, because if this boils, it sticks. And if it sticks, Lord, when it comes to cleaning the pot, you're going to wish it didn't. But what I do want to do, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down to a 2. I'm going to cover it. I'm covering it because the top's going to sweat from the heat. And we're not going to lose no evaporation. We're not going to lose no liquid. Because you don't want to lose any liquid, because you're going to be adding the noodles to it. And the noodles is going to suck up that liquid. And it's going to make it nice and thick. And they got some people that add ground meat to theirs, but they're not making a pastelaya. At that point, they're just making a big old souped up hamburger helper. These are the noodles we use. They're the pretty cheap ones. We buy them in bulk at, I think it's Sam's, I believe it is. Thin spaghetti. This take about 4 pounds. It's got 6 boxes in it. I think they're a pound a piece or 2 pounds, I'm not sure. But this is a 2 pound box of the great value we got from Walmart. We use those as well, as long as it says thin spaghetti. This beats my budget. That high end doesn't. I know we just covered it, and you're gonna think, oh, you just covered it, why you uncovered it? Well, I'm uncovering it because I don't want it to stick. Remember I told you, don't let it stick. You know, I'm probably not even going to edit this video. I'm just going to let it play. I'm sorry, it's going to be a long video. But my computer crashed. And I still got to get this out there for my people. And this is how I do it. One way or another. Never surrender, never give up. I'll be having more videos of sausage making and barbecue sauce making, and this weekend, this coming up weekend, Saturday I think, we're gonna be making us a video on smoking a brisket. Don't miss that one. Be here for that one. Definitely be here for that one. You definitely don't want to miss smoking a brisket. I know I live in Louisiana, but I'm from Texas. I was literally born in Spokane, Washington. Actually, it wasn't Spokane, it was Puyallup, which is basically the same era. But my parents were on their way back from Germany. My mom was pregnant with me. They stopped to visit with her parents who lived in Washington. And bam, that's where I popped out of that. Spent about 3 weeks there and moved to Texas. So as far as I'm considered, I was born in Washington, raised in Texas, and I've been living in Louisiana since then. So, we're going to show y'all some great combinations of Texas and Louisiana cooking. And today it happens to be pastelaya. This coming Saturday, it'll be a brisket, full-blown brisket. Then we'll do a hog head cheese one. And that one will have to be in parts because that takes all day long to cook. And then we'll do some sausage making. Then we'll do some smoking some sausage. And again, everybody out there, I don't claim to be a master chef, but when I cook, ain't nobody walks away from a plate of my food. So, you can take that to heart. I don't have no music set up, this is on the fly. I've actually got the PlayStation going. I got people in the party chat. Actually, the two people I'm making this video for, one of them's in the party chat right now. And we're getting her done. It's almost medicine time for me again. These turning to bad days like that. Look how pretty that is, man. Where's a piece of pork? Let's find us a piece of pork. Let's see how tender that pork is. There we go. Come on, give me a piece of pork. Boy, it's hard to tell now. There's a piece of pork. No. Nope. There ain't no Tiffany grade pork yet. Miss Tiffany has to have her pork tender. And he ain't tender enough yet. We're just gonna let it cook some more. Keep on stirring. Up north, I don't know if y'all could get these big old roasted pots of stuff at your local stores, or these big old long stirring spoons. Most of these are for my black iron pots. I got 20 quart, 5 quart. I got all different size cast iron pots. It's what I normally cook this in outside. But it's nice and gloomy outside today. And I didn't feel like sitting out there because it's fixing to start raining. And even the chickens are smart enough to get out the rain, so we're not getting in the rain today. Now, when I'm done with this sauce and the noodles are done, and when the sauce is done, I'll tell you how to know that pork is tender. As Miss Tiffany would say, that pork has to be tender. And once it's tender, I'll take them noodles right out this pot and I'll put them right in this pot and I'll start stirring it. And I'll just keep adding noodles. And the reason I do that instead of straining it is because if I had to boil more noodles, the water's already hot. All I got to do is turn the fire back on and we'll be good to go. Now, get your water boiling. I'll put a little bit of oil in there. We're going to stir it up. And then we're going to drop the spaghetti in there. And we're going to set that timer for 8 minutes. When that 8 minutes is done, we're going to start putting it in here. Well, we might not start right away because we got to get this kicked up a notch. We got to get that. We'll go up to 3. We got to get that pork tender for Miss Tiffany. She works all day long. Comes home and takes care of my crippled self and our kids. And she's tired when she gets home. So we're going to try to have this kitchen clean. Everything ready. All she got to do is take a shower, sit down in her chair, and serve her a big old bowl of pastelaya. She likes water, so she'll have a nice glass of water with her. She drinks this flavored water. I ain't forgot about y'all. I just had to turn y'all down because I heard cat in the background in my video. I had to start my video over. No, don't make me say something bad on my live video just to shut you up, old man. You said that word, see? That white privilege card don't give you that privilege. Oh yeah, see, we know we're getting close. Top of the pot's getting hot. Oh, we got a little roll. Not a roll, rolling. We got a little roll. We want that bad boy rolling. We'll set this right over here. We'll stir this again. Oh yeah, that looks good. Looking real good. Now again, the color is all up to you. It's how you want your color. Let me get me a fork. I think we're getting close to that tender spot for Miss Tiffany. We'll get us a fork. Now let's get us a piece of pork. That pork? Yeah, that's a little longer. I am disregarding the spoon into the sink. Fork, just to let you know. That way you don't think that I'm tasting it with the same fork that everybody's got to eat out of. Got to be clean and sanitary. Got to be safe. Can't be dirty. Can't be dirty. All right, and that big old box I showed you, it comes with 6 1 pound boxes, which makes it even better because I know I use 4 pounds. So now I know, since we're at a roll and boil, that I can get all 4 of these boxes open And I could use 4 boxes and I'm at where I need to be at. At 4 pounds. You just will drop it straight in there. We'll drop this one straight in there. Set those to the side. We'll just toss them out the way. We got 2 more to hurry up and open. Because we want them to cook at the same time. You don't want part of your spaghetti done and part not. Oh, stay in the pot, stay in the pot. Chasing down noodles. There we go. Now, once you put them in here, I find if you don't hurry up and grab a fork or a whisk, which in this case we got a whisk closer, and stir these up, that way that oil gets in there. Get all them noodles down in that water, but they don't clump up. We don't want them clumpy. I want them sticking together. I'm trying to break them all up. And then once they come back to a boil, we'll set it at 8 minutes. Better grab a fork. I don't trust this whisk. Yeah, I found my favorite fork. That's one of them serving dish forks. You can get that in there to fluff it up real good. But it's hot when you get close to that water. Ooh, that was too hot. Ooh wee. Should use my right hand. I can only feel these 2 fingers. Instead of using my left hand like a dummy. I'll pay for that one later. Yeah, we switching hands. Yeah, we got it going on now. Get it all broke up. Come on, break up. I don't break my noodles. Yeah, that was hot. One thing I can feel. Lucky me. Stir it up. Put the lid back on so it's starting to dry out. With that lid off of it, it dry out quick. We don't want that to happen. Ooh, that pot's hot. Ooh. All right. Timer starting to boil. 8 minutes, I said, right? That's what I said. Let's go 9. Be on the safe side. Clean up our mess as you go. That way Miss Tiffany ain't gotta come home and clean nothing. I'm gonna use my big old tongs. Get in here and play with the spaghetti now. Should have thought about that in the first place. Look at it, none of it stuck together. We did a good job. Now we just need to leave the hell longer in the boil. Pull this out and it'll stop it. Disregard this in a sink. Ooh, it's jumping out the pot. It's boiling so hot. So knock that down a little bit. Ooh-wee. Not looking too bad. 44 minutes. We're getting there. That's from start to finish. Once you turn this off in this kind of pot, this pot will actually continue cooking. So even though you turn it off for at least 30 minutes after you finish it. Oh, we got rain coming. I see it raining now. But 30 minutes after it stops, you add your noodles and you cover it back up and you turn your fire off. If you don't slide it over, come back and stir it every 20 minutes at least until the stove's cooled down, because that pot's gonna keep cooking. And you don't want it to dry it out. All right, we got 7 minutes and we got some spaghetti boiling. And we're gonna be adding this right afterwards, because by that time, this will cook down a little bit more and kick it up a notch. And that tender before. Cause let me tell you, a while ago I chewed that one little piece, and I ain't had no trouble chewing it with no teeth. So if I could chew it with no teeth, you people out there with choppers could chew it. So it'd be tender. And we use the regular old stew meat that's already pre-cut. That way you ain't got to cut it up. Now, if you want to buy high-end pork and cut it up into stew meat, you're more than welcome to do it that way. But I try to do everything in the value budget. On a budget, baby. Everything's on a budget. My favorite saying, if it's free, it's for me. Got 5 minutes, and then we'll be adding the noodles. Pepper. Pepper. Down to 4 minutes. Stir it up nice and good. Yeah, and there's gonna be a little bit of water that transfers over with the noodles. But that's okay, because once you cover it, that'll go away. Starting to boil on 4. Knock it back down to 3. That means that pot's holding that heat. Get a little roll. Not a rolling, but a little roll. And that's guaranteed to stick if you don't pay attention to it. See, we still got plenty of gravy in here. We ain't lost no gravy. But when we're done, it's gonna look like there ain't no gravy. Because the noodles are gonna take care of that. 3 minutes, we'll turn the noodles off, let them sit for a minute. And we'll add them. And dinner will be served. By the time Miss Tiffany gets home, I'll let this thing sit here and cook, and we'll just turn it every now and then. And when she gets home, it'll still be hot and ready to cook. Ready to eat, sorry. Mistake. I leave my bloopers in. I don't edit it. I don't edit none of my videos. I take nothing out usually. I just add my intro and stuff, which I can't do this time. So when this one gets uploaded, this gets uploaded. Bloopers, mistakes, all the wait. Sorry you had to wait. In 2 minutes we'll be mixing it up and she'll be done. And it only took us, we'll be almost at an hour. And this thing will feed this pot right here. Oh my God, this thing will feed, I don't know, 3 families of 5 easy. If not more, depending on how much you put in the plate. But everybody that ever gets a little small plate always comes back for more. So let's play it on the safe side. We'll say a family of 5, 4 families of 5 you feed off this pot. And for you people out there that's only got 2 or 3 people in your household, once you're done with this and you ate that night, you wait for it to cool off, you put it in Ziploc bags, take all the air out of it, or food saver bags, whichever you have. Make sure you got all the air out of it, stick it in that freezer, and you can pull it out and warm it up and have dinner another day in no time. Just to feed you for at least 3 days, 4 days, if the whole family's eating it. I've never had a problem with having to store any of it. We stick the pot in there, and then the next day that's what we eating, and then it's gone the next day. This pot will last my family for full 2 days. Growing boys. Technically at the 8-minute mark, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. Cause I put it for 9 minutes. That'll give a minute of it to boil and cool. Let's go ahead and take this lid off. We'll get us another fork and we'll check this pork one more time. I really don't want to put the noodles in there with that pork stuff, because she will point it out as fast as you can imagine. Trust me. Let's see, we got another one right here in this train. Let's find us a piece of pork. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger piece. Right there. We're gonna give that one a shot. See how tender it is. Oh yeah, perfect. Again, disregarding. This is perfect. 5 seconds, we add noodles. And voila, you have pasta in an hour. All right. Let it drain a little bit and put it in the pot. Again, remember I told y'all you're gonna get a little bit of water, but it's still gonna be cooking, so you're gonna lose some of that water. It's not gonna be runny at all. I don't want these noodles overcooked, so I'm trying to get them out the water in the pot pretty quick without using a strainer, because I might need more this time. I don't know. Sometimes it varies. After this one, we're going to stir it, see how we look, because that's burning the piss out of my hand. And here's where it comes to play. You're going to scoop from the bottom to the top. From the bottom to the top. Cover it. And then start stirring. You got a bad back and a neck, I'm telling you, please get somebody to do this for you, because it's killing me right now. And we can go ahead and add more noodles. Perfect color. So get all that gravy off the bottom, get it into the noodles. See all that gravy coming up? Means we need more noodles. Starting to come together. Come together right now. Over me. Oh yeah, we got plenty of noodles in the pot though too. Get off of there. That pot. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Do what I already knew I got enough noodles, so I'm gonna strain it. If I can find a strainer. Where's the strainer? There are no strainers. What the hell? Oh, there it is, right from the feet. You gonna strain this pot? Hey, like the strainer. Pow. That strainer, your noodles will never touch the bottom of the sink. Ooh, we had a lot there. And we're gonna dump the rest of them in there. Voila. Bam. Bam. And now we stir. You're gonna stir it until it's all one color. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Get a workout. Morgan. Just gonna keep going like that. Spoon bending, that's how strong it is. That's how much is in that pot. Get all that stuff up there. Trying to beat that hour mark. I got 3 minutes. Momo. There she is. It's pasta. Done. In under 60 minutes, you can make a whole pot of this for benefit, whatever you want. You double it, you can sell that stuff $8 a bowl all day long. One of them little bitty old bowls that they sell for them benefit dinners. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it off, cover it, wipe this side off. We're gonna turn it sideways. God, I can barely with the pot. And get it off that hot burner because it's still cooking, like I said. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it took so long. Sorry I don't have a computer to make it quicker for you and edit it. But I still got it out there. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you try it and you love it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we're going to have plenty more to come. And again, this goes out to my friends Pat and Billy. Billy Joel. They've been good to us. Billy Joe, not Billy Joel. And they're real good people. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Stay tuned. And as always, much love from the bayou. See you soon.